Listen closely, for these words are for you. I see the moments when doubt grips your heart, when the path ahead seems obscured, and your plans unravel like threads in the wind. I know how tightly you've held onto your vision of how life should be, only to feel the weight of uncertainty pressing down. But I tell you, let go of your need to control and trust my plan. My plan is not an accident. It is not random or thoughtless. It is woven with purpose, love, and infinite care. You wonder why things do not go the way you hoped, why doors seem to close when you are ready to walk through them. You question why others seem to advance while you feel stuck, why prayers appear unanswered. But do you not see? What you perceive as delay is often my protection. What feels like rejection is sometimes the redirection necessary to align you with my greater purpose. Every closed door, every unexpected turn, is not a punishment. It is part of a divine strategy designed specifically for you. Child, I hold time in my hands. From the first breath of creation to the last moment of this age, I see it all. I see your past, your present, and your future in perfect clarity. I know every twist and turn, every trial and triumph that lies ahead of you. I do not need your anxiety or striving to fulfill my plan. What I need is your trust. Trust is not passive, it is an active surrender, a choice you make daily. It is believing in what you cannot yet see and holding fast to my promises, even when circumstances tempt you to doubt. I ask you to walk by faith, not by sight. I ask you to trust my wisdom, which is higher than yours, and my love, which is deeper than the oceans. Do not lean on your understanding, for it is limited and flawed. Lean on me, and I will guide you. Do you remember the stories of those who came before you? Abraham trusted me, even when I led him to leave everything familiar, with no map or clear destination. Moses followed my voice into the unknown, facing impossible odds with nothing but a staff and my promise. David, a shepherd boy, trusted my plan when he stood before a giant, armed only with faith. None of them saw the full picture at the start, but they trusted, and I was faithful to them, as I will be faithful to you. When you feel overwhelmed, remember this: my plan is not about immediate gratification or earthly success. It is about something far greater, shaping you into who I created you to be, drawing you closer to me, and fulfilling my purpose through your life. This world offers fleeting pleasures and empty promises, but what I offer is eternal. When you are tempted to measure your worth by your achievements or possessions, remember that my plan for you is not tied to the standards of this world. You are not defined by your failures or limitations. You are defined by my love for you, a love that is unchanging and unconditional. My plan is to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. There will be moments when you feel the weight of the weight. Waiting is not easy, I know this, but waiting is never wasted. In the waiting, I am working. I am preparing you, strengthening you, refining you like gold in the fire. I am teaching you to trust, to depend on me, to let go of what holds you back. The waiting season is a sacred space where you learn to hear my voice, to lean into my presence, and to grow in ways you never thought possible. Do not be afraid of the unknown. I go before you. I have walked the path ahead and cleared the way, even if you cannot yet see it. I am with you in every step, in every valley, on every mountaintop. When you stumble, I will lift you. When you falter, I will steady you. You are never alone, for I am your guide, your protector, your shepherd. The storms of life may rage, but do not let fear consume you. My plan is not derailed by hardship. In fact, I use the storms to strengthen your roots, to anchor you more deeply in my love. Do you see how the winds that seek to topple you are the same winds that spread seeds for new growth? What feels like chaos to you is often my way of creating something beautiful. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Each of my children has a unique path, crafted with care and intention. Just as no two snowflakes are alike, no two lives follow the same pattern. Trust that I know what is best for you. Trust that my timing is perfect. While you see only a single thread, I see the tapestry. While you see a moment, I see eternity. My plan for you includes rest. Do not believe the lie that you must always strive and perform to earn my love or blessings. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Let go of your burdens and place them in my hands. You were not meant to carry the weight of the world, That is my role. Your role is to trust, to obey, to remain faithful. When doubts arise, speak my promises over your life. Declare my truth when lies seek to take root in your heart. You are chosen. You are loved. You are held in the palm of my hand. I have not forgotten you, and I will never abandon you. My plan is unfolding, even in the silence. Take heart, for I am the author of new beginnings. What feels like the end is often just the start of something far greater. Trust that my plan is for your good, even when it takes you through the wilderness. The wilderness is not a place of punishment, but a place of preparation. It is where I strip away the distractions, where I teach you to rely on me alone. In the wilderness, you will learn the depth of my provision, the constancy of my presence, and the strength of my hand. Do not despise the wilderness, for it is where faith is forged and miracles are born. Think of the Israelites, wandering for 40 years. Though they could not see the full picture, I was with them every step of the way. I provided manna when they hungered, water from the rock when they thirsted, and a pillar of fire to guide them through the night. Their journey was long, but it had a purpose, to prepare their hearts for the promise. The same is true for you. What feels like delay is often a season of growth, of transformation, of drawing closer to me. Do not be disheartened by the trials you face. Trials are not evidence of my absence. They are opportunities for my glory to be revealed. Consider how I turned the cross, a symbol of shame and death, into the greatest victory of all. I am the God who brings life from ashes, beauty from brokenness, and joy from mourning. Trust that I'm doing the same in your life. Even when the way forward seems unclear, take the next step in faith. You do not need to see the entire path to walk in obedience. I am your lamp in the darkness, illuminating just enough for you to take one step at a time. Do not let fear paralyze you. I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Walk boldly, knowing that I am with you and for you. Remember, I am not only the God of the mountaintop, but also the God of the valley. In the highs and lows, in the victories and defeats, I remain the same. My love for you does not waver with your circumstances. My plan for you does not falter when you stumble. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, and my promises are unshakable. You may feel unworthy at times, questioning whether you deserve my blessings or my attention. Let me assure you, your worth is not based on what you do, but on who I am. You are precious to me because I created you, because I love you, because you are mine. Nothing you have done or failed to do can separate you from my love. My plan is not contingent on your perfection, but on my grace. There are times when you may feel lost, as if you've taken a wrong turn or strayed too far from my will. But let me tell you this: no detour is beyond my redemption. No mistake is beyond my ability to use for good. I am the God who works all things together for the good of those who love me. Even in your missteps, I am guiding you back to the path I have for you. Do not rush ahead of me, trying to force things to happen in your own strength. My timing is perfect, and it is often different from yours. Trust that delays are not denials. What seems slow to you is right on time according to my eternal plan. I know the desires of your heart, and I will fulfill them in the way that is best for you. My child, there is no part of your life that is insignificant to me. I see the smallest details, the quiet prayers, the unspoken hopes. I am working in ways you cannot see, orchestrating connections, opening doors, and aligning circumstances. Trust that nothing is wasted, not your tears, not your efforts, not even your failures. All of it is part of the masterpiece I am creating in and through you. There will come a day when you look back and see how every piece of your journey fit together perfectly. You will marvel at how I turned your pain into purpose, your trials into testimony, your waiting into wonder. Until that day, hold on to hope. Fix your eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. As you trust my plan, let your heart find peace. Do not let worry steal your joy or fear rob you of your strength. Cast all your anxieties on me, for I care for you. Rest in the assurance that I am in control, that I am for you, and that I am working all things for your good. You are not walking this journey alone. I have placed people in your life to support you, to encourage you, to walk alongside you. Do not hesitate to reach out, to share your burdens, to allow others to be part of my plan for you, and in turn, be a light to those around you. Your faith, your trust in me, will inspire others to do the same. Keep your eyes on me, and you will not be shaken. Trust my plan, for it is written with love, sealed with grace, and guaranteed by my promises. Let go of the need to understand every detail, and instead, embrace the freedom of trusting in the one who holds your future. I am the author of your story, and I am writing something beautiful. Do you feel the stirring in your heart even now? That is my spirit, gently reminding you that I am near, that I am your anchor in the storm, your refuge in the chaos. My plan for you is not merely a set of events or a path to follow. It is a relationship, a communion between Creator and creation. It is about knowing me and being known by me, about living a life that reflects my love and brings light to the world. Trust does not mean the absence of questions or the suppression of your feelings. I welcome your doubts, your fears, and your honest prayers. Bring them to me. Pour out your heart, and I will meet you in your vulnerability. In your moments of uncertainty, I will remind you of my faithfulness. When you feel weak, I will be your strength. When you feel lost, I will guide you back to the path I have set before you. Do not underestimate the power of small, faithful steps. Every act of obedience, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is part of the greater tapestry I am weaving. You may not see the results immediately, but I assure you, your faithfulness is never in vain. Like a seed planted in the ground, your trust in me will bear fruit in due time. Consider the sparrows. They neither sow nor reap, yet I provide for them. How much more do I care for you, my beloved? Do not let worry consume you, for I know what you need before you even ask. Trust that I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. Trust that I am El Shaddai, the God who is more than enough. Trust that I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the one who holds your life in my hands. When you are tempted to give up, remember that my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. You do not need to have it all together. You simply need to surrender. My strength will sustain you, and my peace will guard your heart and mind. Lean into me, and I will carry you through. The road ahead may not be smooth, but it is worth it. The trials you face will refine you, not destroy you. The challenges will draw you closer to me and teach you to rely on my power, not your own. I have equipped you for every good work, and I will provide all that you need to fulfill the purpose I have placed within you. Lift your eyes to the hills. Where does your help come from? Your help comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth. I will not let your foot slip. I will watch over you day and night. I am your protector, your shield, your fortress. When the enemy comes against you, I will raise a standard. When the waters rise, I will part them. When the fire burns, you will not be consumed. My plan for you is not static. It is alive, dynamic, and filled with opportunities for growth and transformation. It is a journey of becoming, of stepping into the fullness of who you are in me. You were created for a purpose that no one else can fulfill. Do not shrink back in fear, but step forward in faith, knowing that I have gone before you. When you stumble, do not be discouraged. I am not a God who condemns. I am a God who restores. I will pick you up, dust you off, and set your feet back on solid ground. Your mistakes do not disqualify you from my plan. They are opportunities for you to experience my mercy and grace. Let this truth sink deep into your heart. My love for you is not conditional. It is not based on your performance or your ability to trust perfectly. It is a love that pursues you relentlessly, that holds you through every season, that never fails. My plan is a reflection of that love, a love that desires your ultimate good and my glory. You may not understand everything now, and that's okay. Trust is not about having all the answers. It is about knowing the one who does. Trust my character, my goodness, my faithfulness. Trust that I am who I say I am, and that I will do what I have promised. Let go of the weight of trying to control the outcome. Place your dreams, your fears, your uncertainties in my hands. Release them to me, and watch as I turn them into something far greater than you could have imagined. Trust my timing, trust my process, and trust that I am working all things for your good. I am with you always. In the quiet moments, in the busy days, in the dark nights of the soul, I am there. You are never out of my sight, never beyond my reach, never outside of my love. Trust my plan, for it is written with your name on it, and it is good. Do you see how every thread of your life has been intricately woven into the larger masterpiece I am creating? Even the moments that seemed messy, the times that felt like failure, and the seasons of pain are not wasted. I use them all. In my hands, what looks broken becomes beautiful, what seems lost is restored, and what appears meaningless is transformed into a testimony of my glory. Trusting my plan means trusting that I see the end from the beginning. It means trusting that what you are experiencing now is part of a journey that leads to something far greater than you can imagine. Think of the night sky, how the stars seem scattered randomly, yet together they form constellations that tell stories. Your life is like that. You may not see the full picture now, but every moment, every event, every decision is a star in the constellation of your purpose. You were not created to carry the burden of understanding everything. That is my role as your creator, sustainer, and shepherd. Your role is to follow, to trust, to rest in the knowledge that I am for you and not against you. Let go of the striving, the endless need to figure it all out, and embrace the peace that comes with surrender. In the times when you feel forgotten, remember this: I am the God who sees you. I saw Hagar in the wilderness, fleeing in despair, and I met her there. I saw Elijah under the broom tree, overwhelmed and ready to give up, and I strengthened him there. I see you now, right where you are, and I am with you. My plan has not overlooked you. It has not left you behind. It includes you, and it always will. You may be asking, why is this happening? Why now? Why me? Those are human questions, and I understand them. But my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. What you see as a detour is often the very path that leads to your destiny. What you see as loss is often the foundation for new life. Trust that I am at work, even when you cannot see it. Remember how I used Joseph's years in prison to prepare him for the palace, how I used Paul's shipwreck to bring salvation to many, how I used Esther's hidden identity to save a nation. I am the same God, working in your life with the same power and purpose. Trust that nothing is wasted in my hands. Trusting my plan does not mean you will never face difficulties. In fact, you will face trials and challenges just as my son did. But take heart, for I have overcome the world. Through every challenge, I will be your strength. Through every storm, I will be your shelter. Through every battle, I will be your victory. When you feel weak, remember that my grace is sufficient for you. When you feel alone, remember that I am your Emmanuel, God with you. When you feel uncertain, remember that I am your rock, unshakable and steadfast. Your security is not found in your circumstances or your ability to understand, but in my unwavering presence. Lift your eyes to me. Do not let the waves of life distract you from the one who walks on water. Do not let the noise of the world drown out my voice. Be still and know that I am God. In the stillness you will find the clarity and peace that only I can provide. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not wandering aimlessly. I am guiding you step by step, moment by moment. Trust that I know where you are going, even when the road ahead is hidden from view. Trust that I am the light in your darkness, the hope in your despair, and the strength in your weakness. Your trust in me is not misplaced. It is the foundation of a life that cannot be shaken. It is the key to unlocking the fullness of my plan for you. So release your fears, your doubts, your need for control. Place them in my hands and rest in the assurance that I am working all things for your good and my glory. You are part of a story that is far greater than you can comprehend. And while you may not understand every chapter, know this: the ending is already written and it is glorious. Trust my plan, for it is written with love, sealed with grace, and upheld by the power of my promises. The one who calls you is faithful, and I will bring it to pass. Do not let the weight of the present moment deceive you into thinking it defines your future. What you see today is but a fragment, a fleeting moment in the eternal scope of my plan for you. I'm not limited by time, nor am I bound by the constraints of what you perceive as possible. What looks impossible to you is fully within my power to accomplish. I am the God who spoke the universe into existence, who formed the stars with my words, who breathed life into the dust to create you. If I can do all this, will I not also take care of the details of your life? Your future is secure in my hands, for I am the one who holds it. Do not let your heart be troubled. Believe in me, and rest in the certainty of my faithfulness. I have placed within you dreams and desires, visions of a future filled with purpose and joy. But sometimes, to fulfill those dreams, I must prepare you for what lies ahead. Preparation is not always easy. It requires patience, perseverance, and trust. Like a gardener tending the soil, I am cultivating the ground of your heart, pruning what is unnecessary, and planting seeds that will bear fruit in their due season. If the waiting feels long, remember this: every delay has a purpose. Just as a seed must remain hidden in the soil before it breaks through to the light, there are parts of my plan that must unfold in hiddenness before they are revealed. Trust that the waiting is not in vain. It is in the hidden places that roots grow deep and strength is formed. Do not despise small beginnings. The mighty oak starts as a tiny acorn, and the greatest journeys begin with a single step. What I am building in your life may not seem grand now, but in my time, it will be more beautiful and impactful than you can imagine. Trust the process. Trust that I am doing a new thing, even now, even when you cannot perceive it. The road ahead will not always be smooth, but my grace will carry you through every challenge. Remember how I provided for the Israelites in the wilderness, giving them manna each day, not for the week or the month, but for the day. In the same way, I will provide for you daily. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own provision. Focus on today and trust that I am already in your tomorrows. When the storms come, and they will, remember that I am the one who calms the seas. Do not let the winds and waves of life cause you to doubt my presence. I am with you in the storm, speaking peace over your heart, guiding you safely to the other side. The storm does not define you, my love and promises do. Trusting my plan means releasing the burden of understanding everything. There will be moments when the why remains unanswered, but even then, I am working. Consider how Joseph must have felt in the pit, in the prison, in the moments when my plan seemed far from clear. Yet every step of his journey was part of the greater purpose I had for him, to save many lives and to glorify my name. Your life, too, carries a purpose greater than you can see right now. I know the desires of your heart. I placed them there. Delight yourself in me, and I will fulfill those desires in ways that exceed your expectations. But know this: the fulfillment of your desires is not the ultimate goal. Knowing me is. I am the treasure, the reward, the source of every good thing. Seek me first, and all else will follow in its proper time. Do not grow weary in doing good. The seeds you are sowing in faith, even when you see no immediate harvest, will produce a bountiful yield in due time. Keep going. Keep trusting. Keep walking forward, step by step, day by day. I am with you in every moment, strengthening you, guiding you, and cheering you on. When doubts creep in, remember my promises. I have promised to never leave you or forsake you. I have promised to guide you with my wisdom and to surround you with my love. I have promised to work all things together for your good. Stand on these promises, for they are unchanging and eternal. You are not forgotten and you are not overlooked. Every prayer you've whispered, every tear you've cried, every hope you've held on to, I see it all. I hear you, and I'm responding in ways that may not be visible yet, but are already in motion. Trust that my timing is perfect and my plan is good. There is a purpose for your life that extends beyond what you can imagine. You're not here by accident. You're here because I have called you, chosen you, and set you apart for something extraordinary. Even the trials you face are shaping you for that purpose. The struggles you endure are equipping you with strength and compassion that will bless others and bring glory to my name. So lift your eyes to the heavens and fix your gaze on me. Let your heart find rest in my promises. Trust my plan, for it is unfolding exactly as it should. Know that I am with you, that I am for you, and that I will never fail you. The journey ahead is filled with my grace, my provision, and my unfailing love. Keep trusting, for I am the one who holds your future securely in my hands. The moments of silence, when you feel as though I am distant, are not moments of abandonment. They are moments of deep work, where I am moving in ways you cannot yet perceive. Just as the roots of a tree grow strongest in unseen soil, your faith is being strengthened in the quiet places. Trust that my silence is not absence, it is preparation. It is in the stillness that I speak the loudest to your heart, shaping you for what is to come. When you feel surrounded by uncertainty, remind yourself of my promises. My word does not return void. Every promise I have spoken over your life is as certain as the rising sun. Hold tightly to those promises when doubts creep in, for they are the foundation upon which you stand. My word is a shield for you, protecting you from the lies that try to steal your peace. There will be moments when my plan requires you to walk through the fire. Do not fear, for I am the God who walks with you in the flames. I was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace, and not even the smell of smoke clung to them when they emerged. So too, I will bring you through the fire untouched, refined, and stronger than before. Understand that the trials you face are not meaningless. They are forging in you a strength, a resilience, and a character that will equip you for the purpose I have placed within you. What feels like resistance now is building the faith you will need for the next season of your life. Trust me in this refining process, even when it feels uncomfortable. Your identity is rooted in me, not in your circumstances. Do not allow the setbacks you encounter to define you. You are not your failures, your mistakes, or your struggles. You are my child, chosen and dearly loved. My plan for you is not derailed by your imperfections. It is fulfilled through my grace. I know you sometimes wonder if the dreams I placed in your heart will ever come to pass. Trust that the timing of those dreams is in my hands. A dream given by me is never abandoned. It is nurtured, cultivated, and brought to fruition in its appointed season. Do not let impatience rob you of the joy of the journey. Trust that when the time is right, everything will fall into place according to my perfect design. In the moments of doubt, let gratitude lead you back to trust. Reflect on the blessings I have already given you, the ways I have shown my faithfulness in the past. Gratitude is a key that unlocks the door to peace, reminding you that my goodness endures forever. When others question your path or fail to understand your choices, do not be discouraged. My plan for you is unique, tailored to the purpose I have placed within you. Seek my approval above all else, for my opinion is the one that matters. You are walking a path that I have ordained, and I will guide you every step of the way. Even when the world seems chaotic, remember that I am the God of order. I am not surprised by the events of this world, nor am I shaken by its turmoil. I am sovereign, reigning over all creation, and nothing can thwart my plan. Trust in my sovereignty, and let it bring you peace, even in the face of uncertainty. You may not feel equipped for the journey ahead, but I have already provided everything you need. I have given you my spirit, my word, and my promises. Lean into these gifts, and you will find strength beyond your own. When you feel weak, call upon me, and I will renew your strength. Keep your eyes fixed on me, not on the distractions or difficulties around you. Peter walked on water when his gaze was locked on me, but he began to sink when he focused on the wind and waves. Let this be a reminder to keep your focus on the one who is greater than any storm. You are not forgotten, nor are you forsaken. Every detail of your life is in my hands, from the smallest to the greatest. My plan for you is unfolding with precision and care, even when it seems hidden from view. Trust in the unseen, for I am working in ways that will astound you when they are finally revealed. Your trust in me is not misplaced. It is the foundation upon which the greatest miracles are built. Keep trusting, keep believing, and keep moving forward. I am the God who finishes what I start, and I am not finished with you yet. You are precious to me, more than you can comprehend. Every moment of your life matters to me. Every thought and feeling you have is known to me. I am the Creator who formed you with intention, with love, and with a purpose that cannot be replicated. I want you to understand that your significance is not based on what you do, but on who you are to me. Even now, I am working through the desires of your heart. The longings you carry are not ignored. They are known, understood, and held in the timing of my plan. Some of these desires are shaping you for growth, teaching you patience, and drawing you closer to me. Others will unfold like blossoms in the perfect season, bringing joy that exceeds your expectations. Trust that I am faithful to fulfill what I have promised, and trust that my fulfillment will be more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Do not let the voices of doubt, fear, or the opinions of others drown out the truth of my word. The enemy seeks to sow seeds of confusion, but my truth is your shield. It is your light, your compass, and your source of peace. Return to it daily. Speak it over your life, and let it guard your heart and mind from lies that would lead you astray. When the weight of the journey feels unbearable, come to me. I am your rest, your refuge, your sanctuary. Lay your burdens at my feet and allow me to carry them for you. You were never meant to bear them alone. You are human, limited in strength, but I am limitless. My power is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace is sufficient for every need. The steps you take in faith, no matter how small, are steps that align you with my plan. You may not see the destination, but every act of trust brings you closer to it. Think of how the Israelites marched around Jericho, seemingly without progress, yet their obedience led to a miraculous victory. Your obedience too will yield a harvest. Continue to trust, even when progress is not immediately visible. Let me remind you that no matter what lies ahead, you are never alone. I am the one who walks with you in the fire, who carries you through the flood, who fights your battles when you are weary. I will never abandon you. My presence is constant, and my love unchanging. There is no circumstance, no challenge, no moment where I am not fully with you, holding you close. You may feel that you are waiting for breakthrough, for clarity, for an answer. But know this, I am not waiting. I am working. My plan is already in motion, and every moment of your waiting is part of the greater story I am writing. The delays you experience are not wasted. They are purposeful. They are shaping you, preparing you, and aligning the pieces of your life in ways you cannot yet see. Trust my timing. It is perfect, even when it feels slow to you. My timing ensures that every element of my plan aligns for your ultimate good and my glory. I see the full picture, the connections, the timing, the hearts that need to be prepared. Trust that my timing is not a denial, but a careful orchestration of everything that will bless you and fulfill my purpose for you. When the enemy whispers that you are forgotten, rejected, or insignificant, remember this: you are chosen, loved, and deeply cherished. Your identity is secure in me, and nothing can separate you from my love. The challenges you face are not evidence of my absence, but opportunities for my power to be made manifest in your life. Trust that I am using everything, every trial, every joy, every moment, for your good. The work I am doing in your life is not just for you, it is for those around you as well. Your faith, your trust, your testimony of my faithfulness will inspire others to seek me, to trust me, to walk with me. Your journey is a light that will guide others to the hope and peace I offer. Do not underestimate the impact of your trust in my plan. You may feel like you are standing on the edge of uncertainty, but know that I am the solid ground beneath your feet. I am the rock on which you stand, the fortress that surrounds you, the foundation that cannot be shaken. Even when the world around you shifts, I remain unchanging. Your faithfulness in trusting me, even in the smallest things, is seen and honored. I do not overlook your efforts, your prayers, or your quiet acts of obedience. Each one is precious to me, and each one contributes to the fulfillment of my plan for your life. Continue to walk in faith, knowing that I am with you every step of the way. I am the God who finishes what I begin. My promises to you are steadfast, and my love for you is eternal. Trust in my plan, even when you cannot see it. Trust in my heart for you, for it is a heart of goodness, mercy, and love. Everything I do is for your good, to give you hope, to draw you closer to me, and to fulfill the purpose I have placed within you. Take courage, for I am with you. Take hope, for I am faithful. Take rest, for my plan is perfect and it will not fail. Keep walking, keep trusting, and keep believing. What I have planned for you is far greater than you can imagine, and it will come to pass in my perfect time. The path ahead may still hold challenges, but do not let fear take root in your heart. Fear has no place where my love abides. My perfect love casts out fear, breaking its grip and replacing it with peace. Rest in the knowledge that you are surrounded by my love, a love that shields you, sustains you, and empowers you to move forward with confidence. I have given you everything you need for this journey. My Spirit dwells within you, guiding you, teaching you, and reminding you of my promises. My word is your sword, your shield, and your light. My grace is your strength, and my joy is your fuel. You lack nothing, for I am your provider, your sustainer, and your strength. Each step you take in trust builds something eternal within you. Faith is not static. It grows as you walk with me, as you choose to believe in my goodness, even in the face of uncertainty. Your trust in me is not merely for the sake of today. It is shaping you into someone who reflects my glory, someone who carries my love and light into the world. Understand that my plan for you is part of a much larger story, a story that spans generations, a story of redemption and restoration. You are not walking this path alone, nor are you walking it without purpose. Every prayer, every act of faith, every moment of trust contributes to the greater work I am doing in and through you. Do not let setbacks or delays make you question my presence or my plan. What you see as obstacles, I see as opportunities to reveal my power and my provision. What you see as detours, I see as necessary adjustments to lead you to the place I've prepared for you. Trust that even the hardest moments are woven into a greater purpose, one that will bring you joy and glorify my name. You may wonder if your faithfulness is making a difference. Let me assure you, it is. The seeds you are planting, the prayers you are praying, the faith you are living out, are bearing fruit in ways you cannot yet see. Just as a farmer waits patiently for the harvest, so too must you trust that the work I am doing in and through you will yield a harvest at the appointed time. I see the weariness you sometimes feel, the moments when it seems easier to let go than to keep holding on. But my child, you were not created to give up. You were created to persevere, to rise above, to walk in the victory I have already secured for you. Do not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. You are stronger than you realize, not because of your own power, but because of mine. My strength is perfected in your weakness. When you feel like you cannot take another step, lean into me. I will carry you. When your heart feels heavy, give it to me, and I will give you my peace. When your spirit feels faint, rest in my presence, and I will renew your strength. Remember the promise I gave through the prophet Isaiah. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. These words are for you, my child. I am your refuge, your protector, your deliverer. Nothing can overcome you while I am with you, and I am with you always. Every step you take in trust brings you closer to the fulfillment of my promises. Every prayer you lift, every moment of faith, every act of obedience is part of the foundation I am building beneath your feet. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust that I am at work, orchestrating every detail for your good and my glory. I have called you to walk by faith, not by sight. This journey is not about having all the answers or seeing the full path ahead. It is about trusting in me, the one who does. It is about surrendering your plans, your fears, your uncertainties to me and allowing me to lead you. Trust that my ways are higher, my timing is perfect, and my love for you is unchanging. There will be moments when the path forward becomes clearer, when the pieces begin to fall into place, and you will see how I have been working all along. In those moments, your heart will overflow with gratitude, and your faith will be strengthened. But even in the moments when the way remains hidden, trust that I am faithful. Trust that I am working, even in the silence. Let your heart rest in this truth. My plan for you is good, not just in part, but in its entirety. It is not just about the destination, but about the journey, about the person you are becoming as you walk with me. Every step you take, every decision you make to trust in me is a part of the masterpiece I am creating in and through you. Keep moving forward, my child. Keep trusting, keep believing. I am with you every step of the way, and I will never fail you. My plan for you is unfolding, and it is far more beautiful, far more extraordinary than you could ever imagine. Trust in my love, trust in my promises, and trust in my plan, for it will never fail. I want you to know that I see the full picture, every thread of your life woven into the tapestry of eternity. What may seem like disarray to you is intentional and precise in my hands. I am the master weaver, bringing together each strand, your joys, your sorrows, your victories, your struggles, into a work of art that will glorify me and bless you beyond measure. Trust that even the loose ends will find their purpose. Each step you take in obedience to me is a step closer to the fulfillment of all I have promised. Do not despise the process, for it is through the process that I prepare you for the blessings ahead. A tree cannot bear fruit unless it is planted, watered, and given time to grow. In the same way, I am nurturing the seeds of destiny I have placed within you. Even now, growth is happening beneath the surface. I see your frustrations when the answers don't come quickly, when the doors don't open as expected, or when you feel as though progress has halted. But delays are not denials. What you see as stagnation is often my way of aligning everything perfectly for the blessing I have in store. Patience is a tool I use to refine your character, to strengthen your faith, and to prepare you for the weight of my promises. There will come a time when you will look back on this season and understand why I led you the way I did. You will see how every twist, every turn, and every waiting moment served a purpose. The lessons you are learning now, the strength you are gaining, and the faith you are building will equip you for what lies ahead. Trust that nothing in your journey is wasted. Let your heart find comfort in my presence. When the noise of life becomes overwhelming, come to me. When the doubts rise and the questions multiply, come to me. When you feel weary from the waiting, come to me. I am your place of rest, your fortress, and your ever-present help. In my presence, you will find peace that transcends understanding, joy that cannot be shaken, and strength to keep moving forward. There is no need to fear the future, for I am already there. I have gone ahead of you to prepare the way, and I walk beside you to ensure you are never alone. My hand is upon you, guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. Trust that the future I have planned for you is filled with hope, joy, and purpose. I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, and despair into hope. No matter what you face, I am able to redeem it and use it for good. Trust that even the hardest moments are part of a story that will end in triumph. What the enemy meant for harm, I will use for good. What was broken, I will restore. What was lost, I will return in abundance. Your faithfulness is not unnoticed. Every time you choose to trust me instead of giving in to fear, every time you choose to follow me instead of going your own way, you are sowing seeds that will yield a harvest of blessing. Do not grow weary in doing good, for the harvest is coming. Hold on, for my timing is perfect and my promises are true. I know you wonder if the dreams I have placed in your heart will ever come to pass. Let me assure you, they will. I am the one who planted those dreams, and I am the one who will bring them to fruition. Do not try to force my hand or rush my timing. Trust that I know what is best, and that I am working all things together for your good. Keep your eyes fixed on me, for I am your guide, your sustainer, and your hope. When you focus on me, the fears and doubts that once seemed so large will fade in the light of my presence. I am greater than any obstacle, stronger than any challenge, and more faithful than you can comprehend. Your trust in me is not just for today, but for eternity. It is the foundation of a relationship that will sustain you through every season of life. As you trust me, you will find a peace that cannot be shaken, a joy that cannot be stolen, and a hope that will never fail. Let these words take root in your heart. I am for you. I am with you. I am working all things for your good. My plan for you is good, perfect, and filled with love. Trust in me, for I will never fail you. You are in the middle of a story that is still being written, and every word, every sentence is being crafted by my hand. Though you may not yet understand the purpose of the chapter you are in, trust that I am the author of your life, and I write with intention, beauty, and love. The twists and turns you encounter are not mistakes. They are part of the greater narrative that will one day make perfect sense. Each day is another step forward, even if it doesn't feel that way. Progress isn't always visible to the human eye, but I see it. I see the growth in your spirit, the softening of your heart, and the increasing strength of your faith. These things are treasures far more valuable than any worldly accomplishment. Trust that I am shaping you into the person I created you to be, and that process is a gift, not a punishment. When you feel weary, remember this. I am not in a hurry, so you don't need to be either. My timing is not dictated by earthly pressures or fleeting moments. I see the span of eternity, and I work with precision and care. What seems slow to you is, in fact, my protection, my preparation, and my provision. Let me remind you of my power and my faithfulness. I am the same God who parted the Red Sea for my people to walk on dry ground, who provided manna in the wilderness, and who brought water from a rock. I am the same God who shut the mouths of lions for Daniel, who raised the dead to life, and who conquered the grave. If I have done all this, will I not also fulfill my promises to you? Your trust in me is not misplaced, for I am trustworthy beyond measure. There is nothing I cannot do, no situation I cannot redeem, no obstacle I cannot overcome. You are safe in my hands, for I hold all things together. Even when the world around you feels like it is crumbling, know that I remain unshaken. Do not underestimate the power of what I am doing in the quiet moments of your life. It is in the stillness that I work most deeply, preparing you for the plans I have for you. Just as the roots of a tree grow strongest during unseen seasons, so too is your faith being strengthened in these times. The fruit will come in its season, and it will be abundant. As you walk this path, I want you to remember one thing above all else. My love for you is unwavering. It does not depend on your circumstances, your actions, or your understanding. It is constant, steadfast, and eternal. My love for you is the foundation of my plan, and it is the reason you can trust me completely. You may question why the journey has taken you through certain valleys or over certain mountains. You may feel the weight of unanswered questions and unresolved prayers. But remember, I see the end from the beginning. What feels like a detour to you is, in reality, the perfect route to where I am leading you. Trust that I am with you in every moment, and that I will never leave you. I am your protector, your guide, and your provider. I am the one who carries you when you cannot walk, who strengthens you when you feel weak, and who rejoices with you in your victories. Let the truth of my promises anchor your heart. I have promised never to leave you or forsake you. I have promised to work all things together for your good. I have promised to give you a future filled with hope, to uphold you with my righteous right hand, and to finish the good work I have begun in you. When the storms rage around you, remember that I am the one who commands the wind and waves. They obey my voice, and so do the storms of your life. Nothing is outside of my control, and nothing is too difficult for me. Trust my plan, even when it seems different from your own. Trust that I know what you need, even when it differs from what you want. Trust that I am leading you toward a life that is abundant, purposeful, and filled with my glory. I want you to see yourself as I see you, loved, chosen, cherished, and equipped for every good work. Do not let fear or doubt steal the identity I have given you. You are my masterpiece, created in my image, and I am with you every step of the way. Keep walking forward, step by step, trusting that I am holding your hand and guiding your feet. The path ahead may not always be easy, but it is always good, because I am the one who has laid it before you. My plan is unfolding perfectly, and my love for you will never fail. As you continue forward, know that every part of your journey is meaningful. The challenges, the waiting, the triumphs, and even the moments of doubt all serve a purpose in the grand design I have for your life. Trust that nothing is wasted, not a single tear, not a single prayer, not a single step of faith. I see it all, and I am using it to shape you, bless you, and glorify my name through you. There may be times when you feel unqualified or incapable of fulfilling what lies ahead, but let me remind you, I do not call the equipped, I equip the called. It is not by your own strength or wisdom that my plan will be accomplished, but by my Spirit working through you. Where you see lack, I see an opportunity to demonstrate my sufficiency. Where you feel weak, I will show myself strong. Consider how I chose Moses, who doubted his ability to lead, to deliver my people from Egypt. Remember how I called Gideon, who saw himself as the least of the least, to lead an army to victory. Recall how I strengthened Mary, a humble young woman, to carry and care for the Savior of the world. None of them felt prepared, yet each one trusted me, and I was faithful to complete the work I began in them. I will do the same for you. You are part of my eternal story, a story that has been unfolding since the beginning of time. Before you were born, I knew you. Before you took your first breath, I had already written the days of your life in my book. You are not here by accident or coincidence. You are here because I chose you and placed you in this time and place for a purpose that only you can fulfill. Trust my timing, even when it seems slow or uncertain. The seasons of your life are not random, they are intentional. Just as there is a time for planting and a time for harvest, there is a time for waiting and a time for action. The waiting season is not a punishment, it is preparation. In the waiting, I am cultivating patience, deepening your faith, and aligning everything perfectly for what is to come. Remember the promise I gave to Jeremiah, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Those words are as true for you today as they were then. My plans are for your good. Even when the road seems difficult, trust that I am leading you towards something far greater than you can imagine. Do not let the opinions or judgments of others distract you from what I have called you to do. The world may not understand the path you are walking, but I do. I see the end from the beginning, and I know exactly where I am taking you. Let my voice be the one you listen to, my approval the one you seek, and my word the foundation you stand upon. You are never alone on this journey. I walk beside you every step of the way. When you feel like you can't take another step, I will carry you. When the burden feels too heavy, I will lift it for you. When the road seems too dark, I will light the way. I am your constant companion, your unshakable foundation, and your greatest encourager. Let your heart be still in my presence. In the stillness, you will find peace. In the stillness, you will hear my voice. In the stillness, you will be reminded that I am God and I am in control. You do not need to have all the answers, because I do. Trust in my wisdom, my goodness, and my perfect love for you. The journey you are on is one of faith, and faith often requires stepping into the unknown. But do not let fear hold you back. Fear is a liar, whispering that you are not enough, that you will fail, or that I will not come through. Cast those fears aside, for I am with you, and I will never fail you. I am your shield, your protector, and your guide. Keep your focus on me, not on the waves around you. Remember Peter, who walked on water as long as his eyes were fixed on me. It was only when he looked at the wind and waves that he began to sink. Let this be a reminder that no storm is greater than my power, and no circumstance is beyond my control. Fix your gaze on me, and I will keep you steady. I have great things in store for you, things that will exceed your wildest dreams. But more than the blessings I will give, I want you to know me. My greatest desire is not just for you to walk in the plans I have for you, but for you to walk with me, hand in hand, heart to heart. Trusting my plan means trusting me, knowing that I am for you, that I love you, and that I will never lead you astray. Take courage, my child. Keep moving forward, even when the way seems unclear. Trust that I am leading you towards something beautiful, something eternal, something that will bring glory to my name and joy to your heart. My plan for you is unfolding perfectly, and it will never fail. I want you to hold on to this truth. My plans for you are rooted in love, not in judgment or punishment. Every step of your journey is guided by my hand, every trial permitted for your growth, and every blessing given to draw you closer to me. Nothing that happens in your life is without purpose. Even the pain, the confusion, and the waiting are tools in my hands, shaping you into the person I have called you to be. When the road feels lonely, remember that you are not walking it in isolation. I have surrounded you with my presence, and I have placed people in your life to walk alongside you. Sometimes they are there to encourage you, other times to challenge you, and often to reflect my love. Lean on the community I have given you, and never hesitate to reach out when you need help. You were not created to journey alone. Trust does not mean the absence of struggle. It means choosing to rely on me even when everything within you feels uncertain. It means surrendering your fears, your doubts, and your plans into my hands, knowing that I am capable of carrying them. It means believing that my ways are higher than yours, even when they seem unclear or difficult. Do you see the beauty of what I am doing in your life? Though the current chapter may seem ordinary or even painful, it is part of a much larger story, one that is filled with hope and redemption. Just as a masterpiece is painted stroke by stroke, so too am I creating something magnificent in your life, one moment at a time. Trust that every stroke matters, even when the final picture is not yet revealed. When the storms come, let them drive you closer to me. I am your shelter in the storm, your anchor in the waves, and your light in the darkness. The winds may howl and the waves may rise, but they will not overcome you, because I am with you. I will calm the storm in my time, and until then, I will calm your heart. Rest in this assurance: no storm is too great for me to handle, and no situation is beyond my power to redeem. Your faith is like a flame, and I am the one who fans it into a roaring fire. Do not fear when it flickers, for I will never let it be extinguished. Even when you feel weak, your faith is enough, because it is not about the size of your faith, but the power of the one you place it in. Even faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains when it is rooted in me. Let go of the burdens you were never meant to carry. Your worries about tomorrow, your regrets from yesterday, and your fears about today. Place them all in my hands. I am your provider, your redeemer, and your protector. When you release control, you make space for my peace to flood your heart. Trust that I will take care of every detail, even the ones that seem impossible. You are more resilient than you realize, not because of your own strength, but because of mine. My spirit lives within you, empowering you to endure, to overcome, and to thrive. You are not defined by your failures or by what others say about you. You are defined by my love and my promises. Trust in your identity as my beloved child, and let that truth guide your steps. The dreams I have placed in your heart are there for a reason. They are seeds of destiny, waiting for the right conditions to bloom. Do not rush the process or compare your journey to someone else's. Just as every flower blooms in its season, so too will your dreams come to life in my perfect timing. Trust that I am watering those seeds, even when the growth is not yet visible. When you feel tempted to despair, remember my faithfulness. Recall the times I have answered your prayers, provided for your needs, and carried you through difficulties. Let those memories be stones of remembrance, marking my unwavering goodness. What I have done before, I will do again. My faithfulness endures forever. There is a depth of joy and peace that comes from trusting me fully. It is a joy that is not dependent on circumstances, and a peace that cannot be shaken by the storms of life. As you release your grip on the things you cannot control, you will find that my peace fills the spaces where fear once resided. Keep your heart open to my voice. I am always speaking, through my word, through my spirit, through the beauty of creation, and through the people I have placed in your life. Be still and listen, for I have much to share with you. I want to guide you, to comfort you, and to remind you of my unchanging love. The journey ahead is filled with hope, because I am the one leading you. There will be surprises, challenges, and blessings beyond your imagination. Through it all, I will be with you, strengthening you, guiding you, and rejoicing over you. My plans for you are good, and they will come to pass. Trust in me, and walk boldly into the future I have prepared for you. You may feel the weight of the unknown pressing on your heart, but let me remind you that you do not walk into the future alone. I am already there, preparing the way, aligning the moments, and ensuring that everything will work together for your good. Trusting me means letting go of the need to have all the answers and resting in the truth that I hold the answers in my hands. I know how difficult it can be to let go of control, to release the tight grip you have on the plans you've made. You worry that if you don't manage every detail, everything will fall apart. But hear this: I am the one who sustains you, who upholds all things by my power, and who ensures that my purposes prevail. You are safe in my hands, and so are your dreams, your hopes, and your future. Let me carry the burdens that weigh you down. I never intended for you to bear them alone. My shoulders are broad enough to carry every fear, every doubt, every unanswered question. Cast your cares on me, for I care for you. When you release those burdens, you will find the freedom to live fully, to love deeply, and to trust completely. I have designed your journey to draw you closer to me. There are moments when I allow challenges, not to harm you, but to refine you. Just as gold is purified by fire, your faith is being strengthened through the trials you face. These moments are not evidence of my absence, but of my loving work in your life. Trust that I am with you in the fire and that you will come through it stronger, more radiant, and more deeply rooted in me. There is no situation too far gone for me to redeem. No mistake you've made, no path you've taken, no hardship you've endured is beyond my power to use for good. I am the God of restoration, the God of new beginnings. Trust that I can bring beauty from ashes, joy from mourning, and hope from despair. Sometimes my plan will call you to step out in faith, even when the ground beneath your feet feels uncertain. Like Abraham, who left his homeland without knowing his destination, you too are called to walk by faith and not by sight. Each step of obedience brings you closer to the fulfillment of my promises. Even when the path seems unclear, know that I am guiding you, and I will never lead you astray. When you feel weak, let my strength be your source. I am your fortress, your refuge, and your ever-present help in times of trouble. Lean into me when you feel like you can't go on. Let my word be your nourishment, and my spirit your empowerment. You were never meant to navigate this journey in your own strength. My power is made perfect in your weakness. You may wonder if the desires of your heart align with my will. Remember that as you delight yourself in me, I will shape your desires to reflect my perfect plan for you. The dreams I have placed in your heart are not random. They are intentional, crafted by my hand to bring you joy and to glorify me. Trust that I am faithful to fulfill those desires in the right time and the right way. Keep your eyes fixed on me, not on the distractions around you. The world will try to pull your focus with its noise, its demands, and its false promises. But my voice is the one that leads you to life, to peace, to hope. Be still and listen, for I am speaking to your heart. I will guide you with my word, my spirit, and my peace. Do not let fear dictate your steps. Fear is a thief, robbing you of the joy, peace, and purpose I have for you. You are not a slave to fear, for my perfect love casts it out. Walk in the confidence of who you are in me, loved, chosen, and redeemed. The plans I have for you are filled with hope and promise, and fear has no place in the life I have called you to live. Trust that the waiting is not in vain. It is in the waiting that I prepare you for what is to come. The work I am doing in this season may not be visible, but it is vital. I am building your faith, deepening your trust, and equipping you for the blessings and challenges that lie ahead. Do not grow weary in the waiting, for it is a sacred time where my purposes are being fulfilled. When the time comes, you will look back on this journey and see my fingerprints on every moment. You will understand why certain doors were closed, why some paths were blocked, and why others were opened. You will see how I worked all things together for your good, weaving a story that is far more beautiful and intricate than you could have imagined. Hold on to hope, for I am faithful to complete the work I have begun in you. My plan for you is unshakable, unstoppable, and eternal. No obstacle can thwart it, no enemy can defeat it, and no mistake can undo it. Trust that my love for you is the foundation of everything I do, and that love will never fail. You are mine, and I am yours. Walk forward in the assurance that my plan for you is good, that my timing is perfect, and that my promises are true. You are not walking this path alone. I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you every step of the way. Trust my plan, for it is written with love, sealed with grace, and guaranteed by my faithfulness. Let these words settle deeply within your heart. I am for you, and I will never leave you. My plan is perfect, and my timing is flawless. You may not see every detail now, but trust that I am working all things together for your good. Hold on to hope, for the journey ahead is bright with promise. Walk forward with confidence, knowing that you are loved beyond measure and held securely in my hands. Release your fears, embrace my peace, and trust in the purpose I have placed within you. The road may have its challenges, but it is filled with my presence, my provision, and my love. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not alone. I am with you always, guiding you, strengthening you, and calling you closer to me. Trust in my plan, for it will never fail, and know that your future is secure in my unchanging hands. Keep walking, my beloved, for I am leading you into something far greater than you can imagine. Your journey is not just a story, It is a testimony of my faithfulness. Trust me, and let your life reflect the beauty of a heart surrendered to the one who holds all things together. You are mine, and I delight in you. Trust my plan, and know that I am faithful to bring it to completion. Amen.